We're live.
Live? Oh, is it live or Memorex?
It's live.
What's up, everybody?
People in chat, I have a bone to pick with you guys. Which one of you commented in my video and told me I was a fat bastard?
Oh, sorry.
You gotta be kidding.
Are you serious? I didn't.
No. Someone said, "Well, your health journey starts today. You're in the red zone or something."
Oh,
like that.
Jesus!
I was like,
my!
I know. I'm working that way."
Sean, you could lose a ton of weight and you would still have that little round baby face. Nobody would ever be able to tell that you lost weight. So
I was gonna say that I don't have like the skinny body. Like if I lost 200 pounds and I was 100 pounds soaking wet, I would still have a big head.
You'd still have that round baby face.
Yep.
Baby face.
And that's all they see. So whatever. Preaching to the choir, answers.
Because I am here with the live coin Q&A panel.
We love every inch of you.
I miss you guys.
Don't change for us, man.
I hope everyone is having a phenomenal hot Augustine night, Monday night. Daniel Baker, Sunday, Scott Holiday. Hello. Farm Dog. I think Farm Dog's here. We all know the farm. Malcolm's Coins, Mo Hunt Silver.
Hiram.
Hunt Silver lately, Mo. Devin, Alberta, Chris E. Indigon.
What's up?
Daniel. Here, Hiram.
Jen.
Chew. What's up with Chew? What's up with Chew?
Chew.
Poppy Stacks. Ant. Dan. Miggity Mac.
Miggity Mac.
Miggity Mac. Don't talk back. Oh, Shannon Smith. How you doing? Yeah, good to see you here. Beachside. Good to see you, Beachside. Numismatic. I'm sure there's a few other people I did miss. Poetis 57.
Sean, Joey K, what's up?
Devin, Alberta.
Eric Byer, welcome.
You are the next contestant.
Eric, I miss you.
Change is good. Change is good is in the house. Moro Arajo. Yeah?
Yeah.
KJ.
Beachside.
Philip Vanderveer. I'm going all the way back in time. Nikki Johnson, Southern Coin Hunter, Van, good to see you, brother man. Coin Junkie. Yeah. Dirty Water. Okay. I'm not going back in the past. We are looking forward to the future. We are in a fresh new month. We have some delectable coins to show you tonight.
Do we?
We do.
Yeah. And I hope you guys have been getting your copies of Cherry Picker's Guides and all different types of iterations. Paula?
Speaking of that, we have some that we will be giving away on the channel. The 6th edition volume 1, and we will be giving one away tonight. So stick around. And I'm sorry for any of you that paid $400 for a copy of this.
Yeah.
I would say, can I put my name in the hat? But apparently have used up all my luck now on the channel.
I know. No, of course you can. You can still put your name in.
No.
Yeah, so this is volume 1. Chris E.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is probably the one that everybody wants. The one where it covers Lincoln cents and nickels.
Well, I have not seen the volume 3 yet. I'm hoping that I'm not disappointed by it, like I was volume 2. But this one is a good one. And I don't think they did any updating on the prices, you guys, so pay no attention to the prices. I think that the pricing is still, I think everything is just a straight reprint, so pay no attention to the values.
That's all right. Devin, thank you for the $1.49 super chat.
Thank you.
Appreciate
JC
the
likes
support.
Pam. Hi, Pam. JC likes Pam.
JC likes Pam. Eric said Bill Pivas made an appearance at the Dalton show.
He did. Good.
Was he signing books? Because that would be cool too.
That would
He
be.
probably did.
Fiva.
I won an Ultra Break 2022 WPCGS 70 private auction Silver Eagle. Only 361 graded in 70. Nice, Joey.
Ultra
awesome.
breaks.
That is awesome.
Ultra breaks. So which label did you get?
That's PCGS usually.
PCGS, right?
No, I mean the ultra breaks. Didn't they have like a holographic label?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wasn't that what everybody paid the big money for? Was
A
to hope
diamond or something, and then
because all the
gold or-
coins were exactly the same, right? All the coins were exactly the same.
Malcolm, thank you for the $5 super
Right.
chat. The 5th super on a live stream. Thank you so much. All three totaled $96 and change at the Whitman site, free shipping.
Yes, yeah. If you go to the Whitman site, you can buy all three. You can buy volume 1, 2, and 3 in a package deal.
For $100. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So
Ooh, yeah, probably the most important books that everybody's been kind of clawing and scratching to get. Yeah, I do apologize for you poor fools that paid hundreds of dollars on these things.
I know.
A lot of money.
But nobody knew, for a long time they said that they weren't going to print anymore. And, I guess they changed their mind. I guess Whitman decided they were going to do it. So,
Well, that's a no-brainer right there. $94.99 for all three.
if you don't have any of them, that even if you do, that's probably that may be your best bet to go because they're $39.95 a piece individually, right?
I think so. Yeah, it's like $38, $39, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, if you bought the books just by themselves singularly, they're $39.95. You're right.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Thank you,
they
Indigo.
basically took $25 off for you to get all three.
Yeah. It is a heck of a deal. So even if you have, if you maybe somebody that you can go in on it with them, if they don't have volume 1 but you do and they need whatever. So
Now, it does say on Whitman's website, it says pre-order now, but it releases like tomorrow.
well, mine's already been shipped. So I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe
Indigon said, "Can we see your FS 103, Paula?" And thank you for the super chat.
thank you so much. It's over there somewhere. Yes, you can go onto our Facebook group and you can see it till you're,
Just in case people haven't heard or haven't seen, Paula and Amanda did some coin roll hunting on Saturday, right? Wasn't it Saturday?
Yes,
And Paula was fortunate to find a great coin in there.
I was.
That
And
is
here's-
such an awesome variety. It's so
It
colorful,
is.
even on the date. Not all of them have like that really nice
Separation. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful coin. Those coins were really nice, all of them. And I have a feeling that those rolls, because Amanda said that they were just out of somebody's collection that they'd been stored in this guy's basement, and they didn't know where they came from or how he came across them. They were all in plastic tubes. And I have a feeling that they came out of a bag. that the guy bought a bag and just tubed them right away. Yeah, because I only found one. And that's almost unheard of if you have like an OBW roll, it's almost unheard of just to find a single example from a single die. Usually there's a few different die pairings, dies in there. So, but it's almost unheard of just to find a single example if it was from an OBW roll. So I think they were probably from a bag. So.
Yeah.
And who won the giveaway?
Shannon did.
I said this.
Did.
I was like, just pull it again. Paula said there's not very many people getting in this giveaway, so I just typed in.
I was going to say that sounds like it's rigged.
I did rigged. Too. We did too, because we did a roll of 61 Ds, and I found several RPMs, and so Shannon gets one, and then Galena,
yeah, I think that was.
Yeah, so.
Well, that's cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I will ship it out with those rolls of women's quarters.
So
that's right. I still have yours to get out. So I lied. I didn't get all my shipping out. I still have yours and Brown Sugar's quarter box that I need to find a box for to ship that out.
You're fine.
It's going to cost a lot to ship that out.
Yeah, right.
So stick around because we are going to be giving that cherry pickers guide away at the end of the show. Thanks for being here, everybody, and hanging out.
Jessica, it's the Cherry Pickers Guide collection. So you can get them on Whitman Publishing's website. Paula could probably shed a little bit more light one last time.
On what?
Jessica was asking what books are $94 and where to get them.
Oh, so the 6th edition volumes 1, 2, and 3 on Whitman Publishing's. Here, I'll even put the site in the chat.
Essentially, it's the Cherry Pickers Guide.
Yeah.
It's all 3 books.
All 3 of the 6th edition.
They made a smart idea of reprinting these things because everybody wants them. And, they haven't printed really any of them for a long time. And people are paying too much money on the secondary market to get one of them. So
way too much money. Way too much money. I'm sorry. I feel so horrible for it. But that I guess that goes back to what Sean talks about all the time, that FOMO. And I don't know. Right. But who knew? How could you predict this? It's like, especially when they talked for so long about not doing another print of them.
Mm-hmm. So Frostbite says it appears they closed the account on Whatnot. I'm assuming that's the one you guys were talking about with the.
Do you get? But if you could still send me the person's name, that would be awesome.
Yeah, because you never know where that guy's going to show up. He could be on eBay. He could be on eBay has a live. eBay has a live similar to Whatnot. Fanatics sells coins too.
Okay, thank you.
Might show up on TikTok. Might have a TikTok shop. So.
Yep.
So Jessica said, how long will they be selling on this website? Probably
till they sell out.
Yeah.
Till they sell out. Don't know how many they did.
So.
Yeah.
I think
leave nothing to chance. Assume that this is your one opportunity because, they may not print another set of them for a year or 2 years. Assume that this is your one shot.
Oh, good, Sunday. Good.
Yeah.
What are the possibilities? Good to see you.
How's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Eric?
A lot of great people in the crowd. Hey, everyone give it up for the crowd over here.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Round of applause.
Yeah.
I wanted to pull up this I'm going to pull this up for you guys. Let's see. There it is. And share this with you real quick here.
Nice. People are ordering their books. Awesome.
Good, good. So if you guys are going to the World's Fair of Money this coming weekend, try to get over to the Minted Assets booth number 730. Get there early because they are giving away 200 each day of these limited edition commemorative coins. This is the first, and these are actually denominated. So it says the American Numismatic Association and Minted Assets is proud to present the first ever decimal denominated legal tender coin issued to celebrate the Chicago World's Fair of Money.
Wow.
And you can read all about it. I will put the link in the chat. But it is beautiful. And they're only doing 200 per day. So make sure that you get to that booth number 730, Minted Assets booth. And if you don't want one and you're going, I'll be happy to take it off your hands.
And Adam, do we need to send you some money so you can hire the little kids that might be roaming around to go grab some?
Right?
That's what Paula
Exactly.
does.
That's what
I
Paula
do.
does. That's right.
Yeah.
And you know they'll probably have sample slabs at a few of the grading booths for the A&A too.
Yeah, and if you get an extra of that, I'd be happy to take one off of your hands too. I would even trade you. I have extras from the Tulsa, Oklahoma show.
Oh yeah.
I would trade you. I have one extra.
They have, aren't they like giving away the Britannia coin or something on Friday night?
I don't know about that.
It was in that coin show Facebook group. Isaiah was talking about it.
Oh, Hagerman, yeah. And they're also Isaiah's also. I don't know if he might be hosting it or what, but having a slab meet and greet or slab collectors thing.
Interesting.
Isaiah Hagerman, the Slab Daddy.
Daddy.
Slab Daddy.
Nice.
He has a book, and I think he's coming out with a new one. I have his book up there, one of his books on slabs, sample slabs. And I think he has a new one coming out soon. So I do like my sample slabs. So if anybody, Adam, if you can find a kid to get you one, I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back. You know where to find me. Danae, there's Danae. Danae won our other giveaway.
Yeah.
On Saturday. So.
Sweet.
Anyway.
What else we got?
Any other news? Or should we start looking at some coins?
Maybe. We've got a pretty good list, I think, tonight, don't we?
Okay.
We had
All
to stop putting in, we had to start putting for next week, but we got so many good ones in.
I don't know what we have in there because I was at my grandson's birthday party Thursday.
Oh.
What is that?
Well, word has it we're going to be talking about some 2024 quarters.
And I have something to say about those.
Uh-oh.
What else is new? Yeah.
You have an opinion, Paula?
I have an opinion.
Oh, my Lord.
Once again.
Oh, God.
I know. All right.
Hey, Sean, I saw that quarter you were talking about on your pocket change market report.
Pretty interesting, huh?
24. Yeah, Ron Fry.
That's one of the ones.
One too.
That's one of the ones that I found too, out of those 5 different dies.
Oh, right.
And you know what? So I have to be talking about that because Dirty Water found on the latest a doubled ear and.
Well, you know what? I should mention this while we're all together, but I can't find my bag that I bought from the Mint at Tulsa. I don't know where I put it. So
Oh no!
if anybody hasn't looked through all your belongings that you've taken home, check and see. I don't know where they're at. Maybe.
Oh no! Well, I know I don't have it because I shipped everything back home to me.
Oh, that's nice.
I shipped like 4 boxes home from Ida, so I didn't have to carry that crap on the airplane. So I know I don't have it, but I'll look again just in case. But
what's up, Eric or Gulo?
okay, we
It's
ready?
funny, that didn't seem like that long ago, but
I know.
Right?
it is.
All right, let's look at some coins, shall we? On to the coins.
Thanks,
Well-
Lynn, by the way. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you talk. Go. Sean's hosting.
The hostess with the mostest.
Hostess with the mostest.
All right. Well, we have our presented deck for August 5th, 2024. We want to thank you guys for coming on board. And we got the first one here. I'll go ahead and start things off with this one. We'll go top to bottom this time.
All right.
Okay.
2013 B duplicate star note match from Philip V. Hey everyone, just want to start out by mentioning I learned about the 2013 B project from your channel. Since then, I found exactly 56 duplicate serial number bills within the range, with Fort Worth being the most prevalent at 41. With that being said, I entered all the serial numbers periodically, not expecting to have any matches, but I was proving wrong today. Got a confirmation email from the 2013 B project that the other duplicate bill was confirmed and verified.
Yay!
Always a good day when that happens.
Hey, you guys know this guy, don't you? John, Sean,
Philip?
don't you? Shannon?
Philip? Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We had dinner with him.
Absolutely.
Or lunch, I
Of
should
course. Yeah. It sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, and let's see. He had some more to say.
Sean?
You want to finish reading that? Sorry.
No, not particularly. Really not sure what I want to do yet, as the bill I have is in way worse condition than the other. Not surprised, as it was found in circulation. The email had so much info about avenues to sell, purchase, or sell to the other owner, and even get both graded as a pair. Any thoughts or advice would be appreciated. Thanks for everything you all do.
I did have a question. I don't know if Philip is in the chat or not, but who was it that you received? So is Kingdom Currency doing the 2013 B website now? Is he doing it? Yeah.
I still don't think he's part of that particular, like the
Okay.
Project 2013.
Winograd, whatever.
Right, but I think that he's working on something himself.
Okay. I thought
with it.
for some reason I was thinking that he was taking it over, or somebody mentioned it or something. I don't know.
Oh well, maybe I
probably heard it wrong.
If he has, I don't know. I know he was working on something, but I don't know if it had to do with their site, because there was was some disconnect between all of it, whatever. But yeah, so I responded to him and kind of let him know, what we did. So he's in the chat. The email sender was John from the Project 2013B. Yeah. So Joey obviously has had one in the past that he ended up, contacting the other person with the other bill and ended up selling it to that person, So really, I mean, your options are get together with that whoever's got the other bill and try to figure out what you guys want to do with it, as far as either you can buy theirs, they can buy yours, you both can go together and sell them as a group and split the money. I think that I think PCGS was doing something to help people with those somehow, like list them and get them certified and all
Now,
that.
I have a question for you, Shannon.
GreatCollections.
Will they only grade them as a duplicate if they have both of them submitted at the same time?
I believe so.
Because they're technically only considered a duplicate if the match has been found, right?
Right. Yeah. Because otherwise, I mean, you've got one bill with the chance of finding another, or maybe not, because the other one could
because somebody like Shay could have thrown it in the garbage on accident.
Yeah, or just over time. I mean, the DC notes obviously are older than the Fort Worth, and they didn't even know until some period of time after the Fort Worth bills came out that there were even duplicates made. So who was even looking for DC? Nobody, right? So the DC notes are harder to find, and that's what, Joey ended up having the DC note, but his, I think, was in worse condition than the Fort Worth note that the other guy had. So anyway, I think he just ended up selling, making.
I don't think the condition matters as much because you need both notes to make it work.
You do.
Right. No, I'm just saying
that would have to be split right down the middle.
I think just like Philip was saying, everybody's kind of finding more of those Fort Worth notes. So the DC notes seem to be harder to come by. So their condition might be worse, but there's still a strong piece of that value because they're just harder to come across to begin with, I think.
Yeah.
And one is always in worse condition than the other historically, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're lucky enough to have like one of those entire bricks of
right.
Come on, Ida. An entire
the 2017 currency star notes. I don't know what that means. Star notes. So and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, please do. But a lot of people make a huge big deal out of star notes, and they're really not that big of a deal. I mean, unless they're special, right? Unless they are a low serial number or a fancy serial number or something like that. Just the star note or the solid star or whatever, like they're just not that big a deal, right?
I mean, they may become more prevalent now, even because doing away with the star note replacement project, that's supposed to be happening like right now.
Now, I read that was just a rumor.
Oh, really? Because I've heard.
I read that there is no immediate plans to get rid of the replacement notes.
Then maybe not. There's still a collectability for just the average star note because I think people are still selling them. And correct me if I'm wrong, Sean, but I think they still sell them on eBay. If you got 50 of them, sell them for $2 a piece. They're not. It's not a lot of value.
Yeah, generally like the large run 3.2 million, types. A couple bucks. I know a lot of people that sell them in bulk.
Right.
So I mean that's another way you can make a few bucks on it. I mean you're not going to get rich off of it. The ones that do matter. Maybe has a fancy serial number associated with it. Maybe it might be a part of the 2013B project. It could be a low run. Adam has a few of those. Those are impactful, and then condition does matter too.
Sure.
So here's what it says, and you guys can clarify what this means because I don't know what it says. The USCP's new equipment will not produce the star notes that replace imperfect notes in a strap of Federal Reserve notes. However, star notes will continue to be produced by traditional banknote production equipment until further notice. So what does that mean?
That means they're going to continue to produce them with the same presses until they phase those out. It could be
until further notice.
It could be a year. It could be 10 years. The machinery in general, like mint presses, the machines they use to print notes, they last forever. So, it could be a while before we see that change. If they have a completely different press dedicated to the production of star notes, that's not nearly as much as the presses that they use to do the regular runs,
Right.
So those will be less of a wear and tear because they're not printing as much.
Angie said our crisp 2021 partial back to front wet ink with seal misaligned worth listing. I would say if you have a wet ink transfer, misaligned, depending on the amount of misalignment of a print, because some, there are some that are just very slightly off and they're within tolerance and they're probably not worth, any real big premiums. But if it's pretty far off, then yeah.
Yeah, generally, when you have a true overlap of overprint to anything else, that's where it's more impactful. Like a serial number that's overlapping some of the base print on the front,
right,
for example.
Alrighty.
Cool, but anyway, great. Congratulations. That's awesome.
That's a great find.
That is awesome.
That is a great find, and we're so happy that we were able to facilitate that for you. Whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. 1995 DDO 001 FS 101 from KJ. Hello, panel. Thought I'd share this one. I found last week. It looks like a 1995 DDO 001 FS 101. Has a little corrosion started, but not too bad for 29 years. One thing I'll relate to you all is that this $25 box was from one person who evidently was pulling all of the copper, as there was not a single copper cent. Even all of the 1982s were zinc. Evidently, they were not searching for errors or varieties, so don't assume people are when you get an all zinc box. I found several things in there. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Not as bad as Amanda's 1995.
No, not nearly as bad.
Woo! There you go.
I never understand why people do that. Oh, I'm gonna go search for the copper, or it's worth
I
money,
don't
and just stepping over coins that are worth many multiples of that.
Well,
what are they going to do with it? Like, what are they going to do with all of those copper cents? First of all, it will take a barge for you to make any kind of money because you have to pay someone to refine it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, on the down low or out of the country too, because you can't.
Yeah, you got to wait till they say, yeah, you can melt them now, or they buy them, the government buys them back or something. I don't know.
Right.
Which I guess
it's poor man's stacking is what that is, and some people it works. They can't afford silver or anything like that. Then
you got to get under your house though, and shore up all your beams and
because it weighs so much. Eric says, "I'm
it
gonna make
weighs so much." This is a
hammer.
beautiful variety.
This is awesome.
This is a great variety. Look at all the notching. Yeah.
It's funny. I remember when this was first found back in the day, and it was actually on the news. It was like on Fox News or something back in 1995, and back then dealers were paying about $200 per coin that was being found. And that stopped right away when they found out that there was a cajillion of them made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
After I think a lot of the dealers stopped offering it right around 5-6 months into it.
Yeah. Now find a 1995D, and then you got something. But
yeah, that's the one right there.
But This is you can find these in lower grades or even buy them in lower grades for a really decent price. And if you want a great example of a true double die, you can pick those up. So, but congratulations on that find.
Yeah,
Nothing beats finding them for 1 cent.
That's
Nothing.
exactly. I mean, even Amanda's is nicer than the one I don't have.
Than the one you don't have.
Yeah. Next up is a 1961 laminated scent from Willie G. Hi guys, found this scent roll hunting and thought I would see what the panel thought. Unfortunately, my pictures are not the best. As most people, it's difficult. But hopefully they will suffice. Thank you very much for all you do for us. And thank you, Willie G.
Thanks for all you do for us.
Here and being our friends. I mean, I think the picture's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Heck yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, look at that flaky.
Yeah, it's got a little pull tab. Why don't you pull
Yeah,
out?
it does.
Enjoy the beer that comes out of it.
Don't pick at it, Sean.
Don't pick at it.
Yeah, it's kind of all over that coin.
Yeah. This coin has some serious issues.
Pretty sweet, though, huh?
So, as someone who's new that
Yeah.
doesn't collect coins,
Okay.
their first inclination is they're going to think that this thing's road rash, and that's understandable, you know.
Mhm. But like we tell you guys all the time, if you find something that looks weird to you and you don't know what it is, set it aside or take a picture, good pictures, and send it to us. You know, it's better to be safe than sorry. And we have no problem, looking at your damaged coins or anything, because there's always the chance that you have something like this. So.
Yep.
Better to be safe than sorry, for sure. That's a really cool little lamination. And I think that I would probably call that more of like a defective planchet. I don't know, but.
2014 WDDO number 3 from Willie G. Hi guys, found this nice 2014 GDO and thought I'd share it with you. This one has a die chip on the 4. Thanks again, guys.
It's a great one too. And I'm telling you, I expect some of these will be in the 7th edition, volume 1 of the Cherry Picker's Guide.
Yeah, what's that one? The 2015.
Yeah.
That one is. It's ripe to be in the Cherry Picker's Guide.
Mm-hmm.
I think this one already is, right? This one here.
This is it. What does the 6th edition go to? 6th edition goes to 2014. Yeah. So it's not this one. Yeah, this one's not in it, but there is a 2014 FS 101. It's in it. So, yeah, I think we're going to see some of those DDRs in the next one too. We should.
Indigon said not if they just list die chips like they did for Volume 2.
Oh, like the leaky bucket?
Or maybe some clashes, like some extra Bugs Bunny teeth.
Or the spitting eagle.
Mm-hmm.
You hush about the Bugs Bunnies.
Horrible.
I love Bugs Bunnies, man. I'm looking at every dime.
They are not all created equally, Adam.
Well, that's true.
They are not all.
I just sold one MS66. I think for like $140 on GreatCollections.
Oh my word!
But it's an MS66.
And what year was it?
53S.
Are you talking about the dime?
Yeah.
My God. Okay. Well, there you go. All right.
It's your turn, Adam.
I just read it.
You just read this?
You didn't read. I read.
No, you didn't. What are you smoking in that basement you're sitting in?
I read the 2014.
He's smoking barbecue.
Oh, I thought Shannon read the 2014.
No. Shannon read
okay,
the
never mind.
1995. And, well, it's Amanda's turn.
It's Amanda's turn.
Oh, it's Amanda's turn.
1995 DDR002 from KJ. Always been looking at the 1995 penny reverses for this and finally found one. I call them a falling ceiling. Only thing that concerns me is the right side isn't as bold as they show on Variety Vista. Is this just an earlier version of it? You can see it is there, but not as pronounced. It gets confusing on the DDR number as Wexler has it listed as WDDR006. Interested in your thoughts on it. You all have helped me learn a lot on what to look out for.
Thanks, KJ.
So between Wexler and Variety Vista and Copper Coins, they often have their own listings, or they have listing numbers that don't always match up with each other. And some will have ones that are listed, like Chuck usually has a lot more listings than any of the other two. So always check on with Lincoln Sense, always check all three.
And some of them will give you the link, or they give you the cross-reference, right, to the other site. So like Wexler may say, oh, this is Variety Vista's DDR002. So then you know you're looking at the same ones, but sometimes they don't.
I don't like these.
You don't like these?
I don't like these.
Yeah, they're not my personal favorite either.
Nothing, and don't get upset with me. You guys, look, if you love looking for these and collecting them and finding them and everything, then if it makes you happy and it keeps you searching and keeps you in the hobby, then please, by all means, do. Okay, so which one are we looking at? Which one does he think this is? 02.
2 or 5 on Wexler.
Maybe 2 on Variety Vista. I don't know.
Did you answer this one?
Boy, they sure don't have very many photos, do they? Who answered this one? Shay, probably.
Probably
Yeah.
Shay.
The person that's not here. And this was KJ. So KJ, what was the reply? Did Shay agree with you? Because I'm done looking. Oh no, I know which one it is. I see it. Yeah. No, I see it. It's the roof. It's not. Yeah, it's the roof. It's not the little doorway looking thing, because that's normal on both sides. It's the roof, and I see what you're talking about. It's a little tick and flea. Ticks and fleas. I love it. Sure I do, Angie. I don't see what. Yes, he said it was later or earlier. Oh, well, that narrows it down. Thanks, Shay.
Thanks, Shay.
Man, what does the rest of the coin look like? I'm going with later. I'm going to say it's probably a later dice day. Okay.
Cool. Well, good find.
So if you guys don't know what we're looking at, I wish you could see my pointer. But if you're looking at the photo right now and looking at Lincoln, the column to the right of the Lincoln, of the little Lincoln sitting on his throne, the roof up above, you can see kind of a tilt. The roof up above. Don't pay attention to the extra pillar because that's just the depiction of the doorway. You see it on both sides, but the roof, you see a little tilt like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the doubling is. So that's what we're looking at. So yeah, cool.
Nice.
Fun find, yeah. Is it Sean's turn?
Yes, ma'am. We got Splitting Headache from Southern Coin Hunter. Hello, panel and all watching. I recently got a box of nickels and came across this 42p war nickel. Would like to share it with you and all others.
Yep.
Ooh. He's got a cracked skull, huh?
It's got a lamination there.
It's all peeling off.
Don't pick at it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where his toupee is attached. Okay, maybe not.
That is the lamination. Pretty common on those, on nickels, period, but war nickels especially. It's like impurities in the alloy causes those to peel up. And if you think of them as like a peeling cuticle, they often look like when your cuticles peel. Those are fun to find. I like laminations. I think we're probably, well, die chips and laminations, die chips, cracks, and laminations, probably the most common things you'll find. But they are fun to find.
They are fun, and you can find some big ones too.
You can find some really big ones. Yep.
This one's pretty cool, especially depending on location. Again, it's one of those kind of things. Splitting Headache, that makes sense.
Be cautious. I caution you guys when you're tempted to give things fancy schmancy names, though, because sometimes that fancy name catches on, and then you end up with new collectors who will pay way too much money for something just because somebody gave it a fancy name, like a floating roof.
Right.
That name has stuck. It is weathered the test of time, unfortunately, and it has stuck.
Or in COD we trust.
Or in COD we trust. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so be careful when you try. I want to encourage you guys to call errors what they actually are. So burning airplane. It's more impressive to me to hear you guys call an error by its true error designation, a lamination or a delamination or, a struck through. I get giddy when I see you guys calling them by their true names. So, and it is more impressive. Bacon strip. Bacon strips. Okay. 2024 P. Patsy Takamoto Mink Strike Through from Dirty Water. Of course it's from Dirty Water Coins and Collectibles. Good day, my friends. In front of you today we have what appears to be a circulated example of a Patsy Takamoto mink quarter plucked from the wild and placed carefully into my collection. Seriously though, have any of you seen one of these? I haven't seen a video or eBay listing as of yet. Once this goes live, if you choose it, that might have changed. All of you are genuine and amazing. Thank you. Well, you're amazing.
Well, thank you, Dirty Water.
I see some grease, mint goo. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All the way around, both sides.
All the way around. Yep. Can see all the way around the perimeter there, and you'll notice how it has kind of that odd texture. The technical term for that is goo. Mint goo.
Mint goo.
This is just grease, mint grease. They over greased the dyes and didn't bother to wipe them down. And just like any other fluid, this goo is more viscous. So it followed the path of least resistance and found its way to the perimeter, the outside edges of the coin. And there probably are more examples out there to different extremes.
And it doesn't look like it on this coin, but I just want to make sure that there wasn't any black stuff on there that you wiped off, right, Dirty Water?
Gotta
he will never
twist that a little bit. Twist it a little bit.
I think you probably.
But this is also the same thing. This is also the same thing that causes the In God We Rust, or when you see grease-filled, clogged dye, the numbers or the letters. It's just that grease has become thick and has become impacted in the dye, and it's got other things that are floating around. Dust and metal shavings and boogers or whatever, and it gets packed into that device. So it usually starts out pretty viscous like this, and then sometimes so you can see that the K there, that probably is more of the thicker stuff, goo. And there too, so
Chris, there's
very
no
cool.
Chris said, "How much do I have to donate to this channel in order to never hear the words mint goo again?"
Yeah, sorry. Unfortunately, that is just, you're just gonna have to la 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 la.
Yeah. Ever see the whole surface grease? It would pass for a brockage.
Yes, it can. So sometimes you will see the full surface. Here's how you can tell whether it is a struck-through grease or a struck-through cap dye. You want to look at the rim. If the design rim, the rim is fully intact and well struck, then it is a struck-through grease. If not, then it is most likely a struck-through cap dye.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
You just want to look at the rim.
Awesome. So let's see. Could this nickel be struck through from Southern Coin Hunter? Hello, panel and all others. I bought a single row box with nickels in 2x2 paper envelopes. I saw the writing and took the nickel out, trying to figure out how to classify it. Thanks a lot. Oh, if you ever find these things, sometimes there's some really good stuff inside of them, because these are usually older collections that people, because before they put them in, I guess, like flips and stuff, everybody put them in these little paper envelopes and wrote on them like this.
And they always use their best educated guess, but
right.
It's just generally not what it is.
Not necessarily. Right. So some of it's probably nothing. I bought a whole bunch of them, and some of it was nothing, but some of it was really cool stuff. So just be aware. So it says
error collecting and the knowledge of errors in the minting process has come a long way, baby. From the days of Spadone.
True.
And the old Erroramas and the old Cone and NECA, when Koneka was two separate entities.
Nice.
It's
But
come a
that one
long
is
way.
great. That is an excellent resource.
Stop it. He's kidding. Kidding.
If only he had his own website. So yeah.
So
Could-
yeah. So we kind of went back and forth on this one a little bit.
Between struck through and lamination.
Yeah, I think that it is a lamination loss before the strike. I think that this piece was lost before the strike. I don't think it's a struck through. Now, could it be a struck through lamination? Like, I mean, yeah, it could be. It just has that texture on the inside that it's definitely some type of lamination.
Right.
If you look at the edge, if we had got a close, I don't know if we do have a close-up picture of that. We don't. So I zoomed in on that S, and the reason I think that it happened before the strike is I zoomed in on that S, and the edge of that S kind of intrudes into that that area of lost metal there, but it's still fully struck. So it doesn't look like that. If it was a piece that was struck through, then I would expect that edge of the S to be gone.
Flat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that's making sense to you guys.
Yeah.
And I think that the U just didn't strike up all the way because there wasn't enough metal there.
Right. And if that S had gone any further over, it may not have struck up all the way either. If it dipped into that crevice thing.
But because it's right on the border, it still had the metal there to fill that device on the die.
Right.
I hope it makes perfect sense in my head. I don't know if it's making sense to you guys, but it makes perfect sense in my head. Could be a bad planchet that a piece flakes. So that's basically what it is, Coach's Magic. It's basically a so we showed lamination earlier on here, and that had a peel that was still on there. This sometimes the lamination will fall off prior to the strike, either through, because those coins go through a lot before they actually get into the striking chamber. So sometimes it will have, so just like you can have split planchets that split before the strike, the whole planchet splits before it's struck. You can have it split before or after. So this is kind of along the same lines, but not to that extreme.
Right. Pretty cool.
But it's got that lamination look, that texture to it.
Right. Kind of wavy and bumpy.
Mm-hmm. And the edges, the kind of jagged edge.
Right.
Cuticle.
Yeah. Cuticle looking.
Yeah. Cuticle looking. Whose turn is it? I forgot. I've lost track.
Baldy.
I think it's my turn.
Baldy.
Oh, that's a nice. Past show submission update from Numismatics. Hello, panel. Just wanted to share some grading results with you from some past show submissions. Pretty pleased overall with the results. Couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, you could have.
Probably.
You could have.
Ooh.
Wow.
I like the one in the middle.
Straight through reading. Yeah, that was
Yes,
pretty awesome.
here's my issue. If you guys send, and I want to give you guys just my opinion on this. If you guys send errors to Annex or any of the grading companies, annotate on your submission slab that you want the error to be shown on at the front of the slab. So the error on this coin in the center is on the reverse of the coin.
Right.
But if it was my coin, I would have had that facing out. That would have been front and center on display. Let's see if we don't have a picture. So yeah, guys will have to go back and look. I actually think it may be on a thumbnail of one of our shows.
Yeah.
But that reverse on that bicentennial has a huge piece of reading that it was struck through. I wish we had a picture of it. But it's a great coin.
Some pretty decent grades too.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
Not
But
bad at all.
that center, that error in the center is the. Yeah, and that one paid for all three submissions for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Congratulations on that. Yeah, if you guys can go back and see if you can find the show that was in, and check out that coin, because that struck through reading is pretty spectacular. It's one I love that. I love a struck through where you can tell what it struck through, like when we see the struck through cloth or the struck through wood, or I love that. Yeah, it's okay, Numismatic. But yeah, just for your guys' reference in the chat, I would suggest that, having the error, requesting that's how they mount the coin.
Can you explain?
Yeah. So you know what the reeded edge of a coin is, right? You guys, well, sometimes the reading will break, a piece of the reading will break off. So I think it's probably from, like, it gets a little thinned. So you get some, like, extra, when there's extra striking pressure, when the pressure is high in the striking chamber, you'll get some rim thinning. Well, the reading will be on that little piece, and it'll break off sometimes, and then it'll get struck into either that coin or it'll fall off and get struck into the following coin. But it looks like a bunch of little jagged marks on the coin. It looks like, you guys know how when we tell you, you'll see bag marks on coins, where you'll see another coin, the reeded edge of another coin has hit.
Right.
And you'll get like 3 little teeth marks on a coin, and that's damage. But it looks similar to that, only it's usually like a long piece.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really cool. And you guys can always, let me see if I can find a struck through reading error. Let me see if I can pull up a picture for you guys. So here's a good one. Let me share this with you guys.
That is good.
So that is struck through reading. And it can look a little bit different. I think that his just shows kind of a more thin, like just the reeded part. But that's basically what they look like. And they can be different extremes, and
you can see those teeth marks within that.
Yeah.
Struck into the coin.
And it will not show anything on the opposite side of the coin. So you won't have any defect or anything showing on the opposite side of the coin. That's one way that you can tell that it's a legitimate struck through and not like damage. Because if this was something that happened post minting, you would see some type of raised thing on the opposite side. Like when it's counter stamped, you can always see on the opposite side where it has been counter stamped.
Because it pushes that metal on the other side out.
Yeah.
Iraq veteran, thank you for the $20 super chat. I really appreciate you all. We appreciate you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Guys.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you too. I'm going to
Can
give
you
that
share what I put on the screen?
add to stage. Oh, that's the coin right there.
There you go.
Perfect. So there it is. That's his coin. Pretty cool.
That is neat.
Yeah,
And it's on a bicentennial. That is super cool.
yeah.
Yeah, so that was just the tip of the reading that broke off there. Pretty cool. Thanks for finding that, Amanda.
Mhm.
Sweet, sweet. Amanda is on it. Yes, she is. All the time.
Yeah, she is.
It was my turn.
Amanda, yeah, it's your turn.
Filled with grease, is it worth anything? From Alfredo L.
Alfredo. Chicken Alfredo. That is another one that is struck through grease, indeed. And it's worth at least what it says right there, 1 cent. At least 1 cent.
At least. Could be a little more if somebody
So
wants
this one probably has a little bit. Yeah, it probably has a little bit of value just because the entire motto is gone.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's not going to break the bank or anything, but it is cool. And you probably would find somebody that would pay a few bucks for it. And it's not in bad shape.
No, it's not. It's pretty cool.
Is it my turn?
Night, Scott, and thank you. Yes, it's your turn, Sean.
Are you sure, Shannon?
I'm kind of sure, but
Okay. Well, if you're sure, I'm sure. Hey.
wait, where are you going?
Sorry, they're asking if it's a small date. No, it is not a small date. That is a large date.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Large and in charge.
Is it an S over S? No.
Don't know. Would need to see it close.
Is it an FS101 DDO?
Right back. Somebody's not.
Probably not.
Could this be a DDO on the Dr. Mary Edward Walker quarter? From Dennis D. I found 6 of these in a 3-roll box from the Philadelphia roll. It seems to stand out from the others. Probably wishful thinking.
Oh, this is the Laura Ingalls one or whatever. No, what's her name? I don't remember.
Oh, that's the one Paula thinks she looks like Nellie Olson.
Nellie Olson. There you go. Yeah.
Kind of.
Kind of. Yeah.
No, that is totally Nellie Olson.
No.
I have a side-by-side to prove it.
I know.
So
Yeah. Well, there
I
you go.
I do think this is double die. I think that it is super minor, but it fits with all of the other double dies.
Yeah.
I think this is the one that Ron has.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. And he sent that off, and they said it is DDO.
Okay. Yeah.
Who did he send it to? Do you know?
Wiles, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's the only one listing them right now. I know that Tanner has a bunch of them. they're still getting things straightened out at Wexler, so they're not putting new stuff like that up yet. But he has several listings. Now, here's what so Sean showed one on his market report which one was that, Sean? Was that on the Dr. Polly Murray?
No, that was the mink.
The mink.
Okay. Oh, the mink.
Yeah.
Right. So there are several on these women's quarters. And I got to looking at the different ones that we know of up till now. And many of them look the same from the different designs. So I'm wondering if they are reusing the obverse die.
Obverse dies?
Yeah.
That's a question.
Because I've seen a couple examples of the doubled ear, especially, that look the same on 3 of the different designs. The only way we would know is if we have die markers. And so far, I haven't seen any die markers listed. Even on Wiles' listings that he has, I think he only has one. I think on the Polly Murray's, I think, but there's no die markers listed. So for whatever reason, they're not listing them. I know that the ones I sent Tanner, he has some die markers for those. But I haven't seen any die markers listed on any of the other ones that have been submitted. So if you guys are finding these, I highly encourage you to look for some die markers and catalog that. Write them down. And if you will find other ones on other designs on the obverse that are similar, see if you can match them up, because I would love to find out if they, I really highly am suspicious very highly suspicious, I worded that weird, that they are reusing these obverse dies, because they're actually the hammer dies now. The anvil dies. The obverse is the anvil dies now.
Right.
I'm really suspicious that maybe they're reusing the obverse dies.
So
we're not seeing a whole lot of die chips and stuff on the obverse. If you notice, many of the die chips and cracks and things like that we're seeing are coming out on the reverse of the coins. Right. So I think that these obverse dies are outlasting the reverse dies.
So Ant has a good question. If they're not necessarily, since would an obverse die, would it last through 3 different quarters, or could it be like master hub doubling or something like that?
That's another thing, Ant. So I brought that up with Tanner, and that was what I was suspecting because it was repeating on so many different, what looked like so many different dies to me. It was repeating in the same place. So I thought maybe it was master die doubling. Tanner doesn't think it is. So he's got them and he's looked at them in hand and really examined them. I think that we're gonna have to look more. I think more study needs to go into it. Would it last through? It would last through. Especially if they started using a diet towards the end of its life, and then they started production on the new ones,
Right. I see what you're saying.
And this year seems to be a lot lower mintage than last year's. So we'll see. I don't know. It's just odd to me that we're getting, something is going on that's causing all of these obverse double dies that we're getting this year. Something is going on. They're happening in exactly the same spots. So something's going on with the process. Either they've changed something that they're doing, or something's happening. But it'll be interesting. Someone will figure it out. Someone other than me, because I won't figure it out. I just have theories. Somebody else can figure it out.
We're just going on what you say.
Farm Dog, I do think that you should send it to Tanner, because regardless, he will be listing those eventually, and I think that he needs to have an example. So
yeah,
I do think that you should
and
send
if you've
it to
got all the different ones in one place, then you can obviously start looking for those dye markers and stuff that might show up.
Yeah. Bring your kid to work day, right? Okay, perfect. Good. Let me know what he says. So, yeah. So fun. It's nice to know that we're still able to find stuff regardless of what caused it.
Yeah. But nice find, Dennis. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Is this my turn or is this Shannon's turn?
Is it my turn? Did you do Paula?
Oh, probably my turn. 2024 Pat, or did I read the last one?
No, I read the last one.
Okay. 2024 Patsy Takamoto mink quarter lot with 4 DDOs. Here we go. From Guy. Hey Guy. Hi Guy. Guy.
What's up, guy?
What movie is that from? Guy. Anyway, I recently obtained an incredible lot of mid-state 2024 double die quarters and had to share them with y'all. I sent 2 off to Dr. Wiles for attribution, quarter number 1, quarter number 2 in the pics. Dr. Wiles actually purchased 2 quarters from us on eBay. My roommate helps me run the account. 2 days after we mailed in the coins to be attributed, not yet knowing he'd received the same coins for attribution and for his own collection as a gift prior to receiving his eBay order. Any advice or ideas you can share would be much appreciated. I feel like quarter number 1 is one of the best double die modern day quarters since the 2009 Duke Ellington DDR. That's saying a lot, as it's rare to see strong separation doubling like quarter number 1 on the D and T of Ngabi Trust in the single hub error, which it's not. And when's the last time you saw a prominent doubled eyelid on a modern quarter? So I am interested in the eyelid on this.
Right.
So this is.
I was going to say that same kind of D.
That is not doubling. That is
right.
This, I believe, is more dye deterioration or dye wear. I think this is dye deterioration. Yeah, because it's in a different
direction.
Yeah. But that D looks pretty similar to the one we just looked at.
Yeah, I think that picture's better there. And that T's got some on that same side.
Yeah. And that looks like a little bit on that curl.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the same that we've been seeing.
That 2, yeah.
The same that we have been seeing on the last 2 quarters. Right?
Right.
Exactly the same as the last 2 that we've been seeing. On the ear and the 2 and... And I tried to see, yeah, that could be a little bit on that eyelid. It could be a little bit on the eyelid, little nub in there. It's hard to tell. But that's exactly where we've been seeing it.
Yeah.
On the last 3 designs that I've looked at. On the curl, on the ear, on the 2, on the D. So, yep. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what they say about these. If Tanner starts studying them, because I know when he starts getting examples that look exactly like the same from a different design, then he may start thinking what I was thinking when we first started finding these about the master die doubling, or reusing the obverse dies.
So
Maybe.
so that mink one that we just looked at, that one's on Variety Vista. That's number 1.
Let's see. So, DDO. Okay, so that's what PM means.
Well, ATOG says he was looking, and it said the listing for PM is for Paula.
No, PM is Polly Murray. PM is Polly Murray. Yeah.
And not for Patsy Mink.
Yeah, but now you see what I'm talking about, right, Sean?
Yeah. Very interesting. Very
interesting. Yep. You thought that was that quarter, that design. And that's what I'm seeing. A repeat somehow. So I think that I would hang on to them, you guys. When you find them, I would hesitate on selling or buying them. Just right, and I will tell you that I bought a bag of the Polly Murrays from the Mint. Shannon lost his.
It's got to be somewhere.
And almost the entire bag there was doubling like that. Almost the entire bag. There were 5 different dyes that we've identified so far that had doubling. But hey, Frank.
Be careful, Frank.
Yeah, be careful.
Oh, that's weird. I was looking at the listing I had done a piece on through the PCMR. The mink is a VDDO number 3, and it's even listed by Kaneka as well as 3-0-V111. I guess 8 is whatever it is. That's weird.
Well, it is not on their website. It's not on Variety Vista's website.
Richard, yes, I think Philly's the only ones that we've seen, right?
Mm-hmm. So maybe it's in Kaneka's master listing.
Yeah, it could be. They just haven't updated.
That's a Variety Vista listing. So let's see if he's got anything in like the attribution services home.
Well, if the office die is now the stationary anvil die, it's not going to deteriorate as much as the one that has more movement, right?
And we're horizontal presses.
Yeah, because when you think about dies, they have a life to them. Like you could only mint so many coins with them. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think normally whatever the anvil die is, those typically last a lot longer because they're not associated with any sort of movement.
And the horizontal presses, for sure. And if you think about the errors that we've been seeing, they're all on the reverse of the coins, not on the obverse. So
that's
obviously
prior to this year, right? Because they just made the changeover.
Yeah. So for some reason, those reverse dyes are wearing out a lot faster than those obverse dyes. So it'll be interesting to see. Like I said, I won't be the one to be doing the study, but somebody will. Somebody will. Yeah. So Wilds has not put pictures of mine yet. It is listed. Okay. So, but just look at them closely, you guys, and if you can, start listing some dye markers, because he does not list dye markers, and that's the only way we will ever know if those are actually the same dye, or if they're, you know, if they're a master dye issue. It's the only way we're ever going to know.
Yeah, it's funny in stream or while the stream's happening. Okay, it was a Kino Mine or whatever.
Kino Mine.
Yeah, open a roll and found more.
I think they're going to be pretty prevalent. I think that they are not going to. Yeah. So that's another thing. You know, if you guys do decide to buy them, understand that I think that they're going to be kind of common.
Yeah, I think we're just getting started on these. Like I had mentioned, you know, it's like that stupid extra V 2023 Lincoln. At the very beginning, there was only a few of them. They were more of an oddity as opposed to anything. They weren't really selling for much, and then, you know, it took some time for it to.
And then the article came out.
Yeah, the article was kind of the what broke the back of this thing, and
yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, fun show though, guys. Good coins. Fun show. Mm-hmm. Good show. Well, should we give away a cherry picker's guide?
Why not?
Yeah, the people deserve it, I think.
They do. They stuck with us and, you know, listen to me blab and jab like usual.
Blab and jab.
Blab and jab and my running my mouth like I usually do. Can't help myself. I get excited. I don't get to talk about coins with anybody but you guys, so I get excited.
What's up, Great Scott?
Pretty soon, hopefully, I'll be going to some coin shows here in Oregon, hopefully, and.
Well, I was going to say, you know, when you have 5-hour-long phone calls with people about coins, I think.
I know.
About
it's so much fun. What should I put? What should our keyword be?
It's back.
It's back. Okay, whoops. One word. It's back. No punctuation. It's back. Okay. Let me share my screen. Present. It's back. There you go.
That sounds like an It phrase from the movie.
I know. It's back. 6th edition, volume 1. I was hoping you got that to the double I sent pics, but time for bed here, maybe next time. So if you guys send us pictures, don't count on your coin being in the show. It could end up in the show, but our objective is to answer every email. That's our first priority. Then we pick coins to put in the show. So don't expect that your coin's going to be put in the show because we get hundreds of emails. So, and usually, and we answer the emails in the order that they come. So be patient with us. We've been doing much better keeping up on the emails. Right now it's summertime, so it's kind of slow, but it'll start picking back up again. So if we don't tell you when we reply to you that your coin is going into the show, then it's not going into the show.
Yeah, we'll usually try to tell you so that you can come watch, obviously.
Yeah.
Won't you just see it?
We want you to come and watch anyway, but
Well, sure.
yeah.
It's always fun to have, if you're going to have one in there, to be in there.
Well, Southern Coin Hunter, I think that you whined a little bit, so we put it in the show. Yeah, we didn't want you to be too upset, so we put it in the show.
And there are just some regular people that just don't care. A lot of the new people will, we'll make it a formality to ask, maybe you don't, want your name on there or whatever.
Yeah. And if you have a coin and we reply to your email but you want us to explain it more like in person or on the show, feel free to write us back and say, hey, is there any way you could include this? Or, don't take advantage of that. But if you really don't understand what we're explaining to you through the email, you want us to elaborate more, feel free to let us know. So, and we will not be showing any floating roofs. So.
Yeah, sometimes I like to put some in that I'll give an answer to, but I'll be like, we'll put it in because that way we can discuss it and you can hear it. Sometimes it's easier to understand if we're discussing it.
Exactly.
Just,
Exactly.
Because like that, was it a strike through or was it a lamination? Well, that's a lot of words to put into an email to try to describe what you're, talking about.
Patrick, so type in "it's back," all one word, no apostrophe.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just like it is on the screen, exactly like it is on the screen. Just "it's back."
There you go. Yep, you're good.
Yep.
What's back, Donnie Berry?
What's back? It's back. The Cherry Picker's Guide.
Fake
edition, volume 1.
And I hope they regularly print these things.
I mean, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah. They need to. I told Ken he needs to do a new Strike It Rich too.
Yeah.
He needs to do another Strike It Rich. So.
I mean, that's a thick book. Guess where I got mine? If anybody remembers.
The Strike It Rich?
Mm-hmm. From Sean.
I knew it had to be me because I've probably given away like 50 copies of that book over the last 2 years.
Yep.
So.
And I am probably going to be getting a case of signed ones from Ken.
Awesome.
But they will be for purchase. So you guys have another place where you can purchase them. Another outlet.
The proceeds of that book is going to go to repair Shannon's receding hairline.
Well, the proceeds to that book will be going back to Ken.
Is mine too far gone?
No, shave it all off, though, Adam. Just shave it all off.
Hey, if you did grow your hair out, would it leave kind of like the old uncle bald spot in the middle, and then hair around the back?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys remember when Ken used to take his big desk scissors and cut the little tuft of hair off the top of his head? Ken was pretty much bald on the top of his head, but he had one little tuft of hair right towards the front, and he would just take his desk scissors and cut it off.
That was him giving himself a haircut.
He gave himself a haircut. They are, Wendy. I agree. I would much rather see a totally bald guy than somebody doing a comb over. Or anyway,
Just own it. I mean, might as well.
all right, we're gonna draw this. We got 59 entries. Good luck, everybody.
Good
3, 2, 1, draw.
Scooter
Scooter
dog.
Doggy.
Congratulations, Rick.
Love that name. Scooter
Yeah,
Doggy.
very rigged. Says Spooter's won a few
Rigged.
over the years.
Congratulations. Please send us your information. We need your YouTube name, your real name, and your shipping address. And I hope you're in the US, because if you're not, then we'll be giving this away again next week. I should have said that.
He's got
Please.
Ronald Reagan as his profile pic.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love
At
that.
least it looks like Ronald Reagan. It could very well be Spooter.
It could be. He might. Maybe he just looks like Reagan.
Yeah.
There is our email. So, well, that's all I got. Don't forget, you guys, if you're going to the World's Fair Money this coming weekend, pick me up one of them coins. Your emails will go immediately to the top of the list every week.
Even if it's a parking lot coin?
Even if it's a parking lot coin. I won't tell you it's something else. I'll tell you what it is. But it'll go right to the top of the list. Anyway, all right, you guys.
Everybody
Well,
for coming.
thanks for coming. We love you guys, and we appreciate you more than you know.
Wouldn't have a
Have
show
a great
without you.
week. Continue
Yeah.
cracking open those rolls, and check out some of those quarters. Yeah, I want to see more stuff out of there, and we'll
Yeah,
get to the
curious. Curiouser and curiouser,
That's
for
right.
sure.
It's things are developing with a little bit of interest in those new coins. So
Yeah, and I got to get those nickel rolls out to you too, Sean. That's another one I forgot to ship out, so that the panel, we can go through those nickels and do some 2005 nickel search.
oh, absolutely, yeah, for some speared
Bisons.
coins.
Yeah. All right. We will see you guys later.
Have a good
Bye.
night. Come
Good
back.
night, ladies.